H. Holmes, born Herman Webster Mudgett, his life and crimes unfolded during the late 19th century, a time marked by rapid change and innovation in America, particularly during the world's Columbian Exposition in Chicago in 1893. Holmes's notorious reputation stems not only from his grisly murders, but also from his cunning ability to evade justice for a significant period. This article delves into the life of H. Holmes, exploring his background, his rise as a criminal mastermind, and the legacy he left behind. Herman Webster Mudgett was born on May 16, 1861, in Gilmanton, New Hampshire, to Levi Horton Mudgett and Theoda, née Page, Mudgett. He was the third of 4 children in a family that was financially stable but strict in discipline. His father, a farmer, was known for his stern demeanor, while his mother had a softer disposition. This contrasting parental influence would shape young Herman's personality. Mudgett showed an aptitude for learning. His academic performance was impressive, leading to his eventual enrollment in a local high school. However, his childhood was not without turmoil. He reportedly experienced bullying at the hands of his peers, which could have contributed to his later criminal tendencies. Growing up in a close-knit but strict family environment, Mudgett displayed an early fascination with death and the macabre. It was during his childhood that he allegedly engaged in disturbing play involving the dissection of animals. This morbid curiosity foreshadowed his future as a killer. Education: Mudgett excelled in his studies, particularly in the sciences. After completing high school, he went on to attend the University of Vermont. However, he left after just 1 year, citing personal issues. He later enrolled in the Michigan Medical School, where he earned his degree in 1884. His education provided him with the knowledge necessary to manipulate and exploit the human body, a skill he would later use to horrific effect. After graduating from medical school, Mudgett took on various jobs in the medical field. He worked in a pharmacy in Wilmington, Michigan, where he became involved in several fraudulent schemes, including insurance fraud. His propensity for deception began to manifest, laying the groundwork for his future criminal endeavors. During this time, Mudgett adopted the alias H. Holmes, a name that would become synonymous with murder and deception. The name change was strategic, allowing him to create a new persona, free from the scrutiny of his past. This transformation marked the beginning of his descent into darkness. The emergence of H. Holmes's criminal activities escalated when he moved to Chicago in 1886. The city was undergoing significant transformation, particularly with the upcoming World's Columbian Exposition, which brought a surge of visitors to the area. This environment provided the perfect opportunity for Holmes to exploit unsuspecting victims. He began construction on a 3-story building that would become known as the Murder Castle. The design was convoluted and deceptive, featuring secret passages, trapdoors, and soundproof rooms. This labyrinthine structure served as both a hotel and a hunting ground for Holmes. Holmes's method of killing was calculated and often involved manipulation. He would lure his victims, mostly young women, into his castle with promises of employment or shelter. Once inside, they would often disappear without a trace. Holmes's victims were diverse, but he primarily targeted women who were transient or seeking employment. Mary Harris, a young woman who answered an advertisement for a secretarial position at Holmes's hotel. Emmeline Sagra, a beautiful woman who was rumored to be involved with Holmes. She vanished under mysterious circumstances. Julia Smythe, a woman who became romantically involved with Holmes and disappeared shortly thereafter. Holmes employed various methods to kill his victims, including poisoning, suffocation, and dismemberment. His medical training enabled him to dispose of bodies in ways that made detection difficult. He often used the basement of the murder castle for his grisly experiments, turning it into a makeshift laboratory. While some guests were completely unaware of the horrors occurring within the walls, others sensed something was amiss. Reports of strange noises and odd occurrences circulated among guests, but few connected these events to the building's owner. Holmes's reign of terror began to unravel in 1894, when the police received reports of missing persons connected to him. Investigations were initiated, but it wasn't until the suspicious disappearance of his former associate, Benjamin Pitezel, that authorities began to close in on him. Arrest and interrogation. Holmes was eventually apprehended in November 1894 in a Philadelphia hotel. During his arrest, he was found in possession of fraudulent identification and several insurance policies. His capture drew significant media attention, prompting investigators to delve deeper into his past. Holmes began in 1895, captivating the nation. Prosecutors presented a compelling case against him, highlighting the evidence of his heinous crimes. The court proceedings. Holmes's trial was characterized by sensational testimonies and media coverage. The prosecution presented testimonies from witnesses and victims' families, painting a grim picture of Holmes as a remorseless killer. Despite overwhelming evidence against him, Holmes attempted to manipulate the trial in his favor. He claimed insanity, arguing that he was not in control of his actions. However, this defense ultimately failed. On May 7, 1896, Holmes was found guilty of murder and sentenced to death. His trial remains one of the earliest examples of media sensationalism in true crime, drawing public fascination with the nature of evil and the human psyche. H. Holmes left a dark legacy that continues to resonate in popular culture. His story has inspired countless books, documentaries, and films, shaping the portrayal of serial killers in modern media. The legacy of the murder castle has also fueled ghost stories and urban legends. Although the original building was demolished in 1938, the lore surrounding Holmes continues to attract paranormal investigators and thrill-seekers alike. Holmes remains a figure shrouded in mystery and horror. His chilling tale serves as a stark reminder of the darkness that can exist within humanity. As America's first recognized serial killer, Holmes's life and crimes have sparked enduring fascination.